Hey guys, this is Jacob Taylor from Southside, and for Chapter 13, we were asked to talk about how you would present a visual aid for a how-to speech, and how do you think you could do this effectively. If I were to present a how-to presentation, the visual aid method I think would most be effective is a demonstration. I think I could do this effectively by first making a slideshow presentation listing out all the steps, and while I'm going through each of the slides, reading them and explaining them, I would then demonstrate what the slideshow is saying. Something I would compare this to is a DIY tutorial. In most cases, I prefer using a PowerPoint presentation as opposed to physical objects because I'm not the most artistically talented person, and I would much rather prefer typing out information and organizing it onto a slideshow. I feel like I can make it look a lot cleaner, neater, and aesthetically pleasing on the screen. Now, I do think using props is a good method to complement a slideshow presentation, but a handmade presentation like trifolds, drawings, and diagrams are not one of my strengths. Limitations you would face if you were to use an actual physical object is you wouldn't be able to play videos, audios, or make transitions. If I were artistically inclined, then I think handouts, posters, and flip charts would be a great method, but I prefer sticking to digital presentations. Some limitations when using a PowerPoint presentation is you have to download the material, and sometimes your SlideAware does not really work with certain computer programs. Also, you have to find that perfect balance of not having too much and not having enough information on the slide. Other factors seen in these presentations are using an appropriate layout, font, and font size. Something that you must keep in mind when creating both a slideshow presentation and using physical objects are colors and images. You don't want your images to be too little or too high in contrast. Similarly, you want contrast when picking colors. Whether it's cool or warm tone colors, you need to remember all the adjacent colors of the color wheel. You might also find it helpful to use graphs in your presentation. There are many types like bar, simple, chart, pie, line, and complex charts. With all these factors, it's important to find an aesthetic balance either on the screen or physically so that nothing in your presentation is distracting the audience away from the words you are speaking.